Yes, parents were afraid, very afraid. How would anybody feel from any community to hear a school say, no, this is what your child has to do, and if you don't like it, your child must leave? I mean, as the law still stands, children should be taught in line with their parents' faiths and beliefs. And if you send your child to school with a note to say my child cannot take part in an event, that should be respected. It was the celebration of National Gay Pride Month, and the school was misleading as to what they chose to do, that we can, you know, make it about a race thing, but people can be proud of who they are. So let's include Windrush in this. You come from a Caribbean background, we're trying to celebrate you as well. We're trying to celebrate the suffragettes, women's rights, women being able to vote. And so it was very obscure, very messy, very like, do I have a right to object to this? Because it seems that they're covering a lot of things that, you know, have a place in my heart as well. But, you know, you have to be able to, you know, sort out saints from nonsense and realize that, hold on, this is still National Gay Pride. I myself would never choose to celebrate the two things together, and neither should anybody be forced to celebrate the two things together. You can be proud of yourself without having to celebrate other people's being proud to be able to, you know, have sexual relations with each other.
Oh, look, he's got his lights coming on. Ooh.
My problem with this is that there was lack of compassion, accommodation to parents who didn't agree with this and didn't agree that their child should take part. So it was unethical to sell something to children that otherwise they would never have known. You know, in any part where you're doing anything to do with sexual relationships, you require consent. These children did not consent to being able to take part in something that I believe that you need to be of a certain age to say, you know what, I agree to this. You have to, my child was 4 at the time, and I think that was way beyond his scope to be able to understand. Day of the meeting with the head teacher, she was very, you know, hostile. From the moment, even before we sat down, we were told by the head teacher that if any of our views were racist or homophobic or transphobic, the meeting would be terminated. On top of that, the head teacher's daughter wearing an offensive t-shirt that stated, why be racist, why be racist, why be homophobic, why be transphobic when you can just be quiet. That was written on her t-shirt, literally in black and white. And that's what made me, you know, think something's not right here. I would honestly say that, you know, as a parent, you are your first child's educator. So the fact that the school was trying to override a parent and say no, that is a problem. Regardless of which side of the fence you're on, it shouldn't be a case that, oh well, you feel pressured and I'll send my child into school and they have to do something because the school says so. The school is there for us, not the other way around.
Thank you so much for standing on this and for continuing to stand, and we look forward to seeing how the case unfolds. I think it's really important that people are aware that in primary schools this agenda is being forced out, literally forced out. You had no idea, did you?
No, absolutely no idea that I would ever have to face this at all. Never heard of it before, so, you know, it's just a case where it was sprung on me and I went into parent mode. I think every parent should be, you know, take notice of this because it does open the gateway to many other issues. It's not just, you know, this issue that they would be allowed to do, and they could be allowed to do anything, and as parents we wouldn't be able to, you know, have any say with regards to it. We will just have to follow what the school, what the laws say, which is clearly wrong.